Let's talk home mining real quick. If you guys are in the market for your next home miner, I highly recommend ASICmarketplace.com. They have some of my home favorites like the Bidax Gamma 601, the new Supra Hex 701, and look at this, the Canaan Avalon Q, one of my favorite home miners, especially for heating during the fall and winter. And they got some of the new ones out there. The Nerd Miner Nerd QX version 6.1, as well as the Beast Octa Axe. I can't wait to get one of these. Really looking forward to it. Finally, if you guys are in the market for parts, they actually just started carrying parts for home miners as well as full-size ASIC miners, power supplies, cables, adapters, as well as even control boards. Listen, when you're at checkout over at ASICmarketplace.com, use the checkout code TheHobbyistMiner for $100 off. Check out the links directly down below. No one's allowed to tell Max, okay? No one's allowed to tell Max. What's up, guys? We're good to go. Absolutely good to go. The mic was not set. You know, I was away for a week and the mic was not set, so we should be good now. But thank you guys very much. I know you guys can hear me now on YouTube and Twitter and TikTok. Thanks for letting me know that we didn't have any mic volume, but we should be good now. But yeah, don't tell Max, because I always give Max a hard time. So you're not allowed to tell him, okay? Don't say anything. But anyway, guys, thank you guys very much for coming to hang out and join me today. Something new and different. You know, we're always live on YouTube. We're now live on as well Twitter and Twitch, which we've been doing that for several weeks now. We're also live on TikTok, and so hello TikTok audience. But today is the first time we're actually live on Instagram as well. So hello Instagram. So we are live on all of them. You just come hang out on the platform that you enjoy the most. I'm not going to tell you to go to one or the other. One of my goals in 2026 was just brand growth. And so with that comes stretching into other platforms. So thank you guys for coming to hang out with me today. We're going to talk crypto mining. We're going to talk Bitcoin mining. I did just get back from Bitcoin Vegas 2026. Huge shout out to Terra Hosting in the Instagram chat for helping to make that trip possible. I utilize them for a lot of my ASIC hosting needs, as well as where I buy a lot of my hardware as well. So shout out to them. But yeah, thanks guys for coming to hang out. Some of you guys came super early, which is awesome. Thank you guys very, very much for coming to hang out with me early. Stay tuned over on TikTok. We got Terra over on Instagram as well. But a few of you guys coming in early actually on YouTube. So shout out to you guys. The Pirate, I saw your message in the chat and I went, okay, I guess I need to post in Discord. Whenever I see you're like here, I'm like, oh yeah, I need to post in Discord. I let them know. What's up, Mike? Mick Ha on Instagram. Welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out with us as well too. But yeah, where's Waldo? Thank you for being a member. KE5, good morning. Good morning. Happy to have you here as well. Creener87, welcome. KE5, great comment. He actually made a comment, guys, on the lack of new machines in Vegas was a disappointment. I think you showed only 3 new machines. Yeah, we'll talk about that. I actually want to roll through that in today's stream. We're going to go through the video that I had and just talk more in depth on some of this hardware. So we're going to talk about that today as well. Idaho Dave is here. Welcome. Mickey is here. Hello, hello. Mark Smith, Cinco de Drinko. Yeah, you know what? It would be great if we had really good tacos here. We do not in Pennsylvania. I was spoiled last week being in Vegas. I actually got carne asada tacos, and they were amazing. I actually went back a second time another day later and got them as well. They were just so good. I always love them. Absolutely. What's up, Joker? BC, good morning. Welcome. Everybody see the new 12 terahash Bidax tower? I have not. Feel free to let us know more. Enable's here. Good morning, Enable. Welcome to have you. Mikey's over on TikTok. Welcome, Mikey. Good to see you there as well. Let's see. Joker Miner we talked about, which is great. You guys gave me lots of hard time catching up on chat here on my audio issues. So thank you for keeping me in check. Do appreciate that. What a great way to start the stream. Absolutely. That's just how we do it. Such good food in Vegas. Just mad everything doesn't close at 2 a.m. here. Yeah, absolutely. It is nice in Vegas. The food, amazing. Insanely expensive, but very, very good. Let's see here. Did Joker go? He did not. He did not go. Joker could have came to Vegas, and he could have live streamed in Vegas as well, but he didn't. He wasn't there. BP, Little Finny, Mike McCarlson is here. Oh my gosh, you guys, a bunch of chatty Cathys. Let's see. I saw that message. We'll talk about that more in a few minutes, which is great. Peace, Hobbyist. Good afternoon. The Tadettes, welcome. Stop by. I will get you a good taco. Dude, that'd be so good. What's up, Intrepid? Welcome. Good afternoon. Good morning. The Dark Knight. Hello, hello. He actually just picked up one of my my LV07 that I was selling as well. I actually got the carne asada tacos that I got in Vegas were actually it was in the mall area right outside of the Venetian. Like I shouldn't say outside. Everything's inside. Like literally you could live inside of these places. They're so big. But the space between the Venetian and I forget the hotel next to it, it has a canal. It's all inside, an indoor canal with like a walking area and stuff like that. And that's where it was, which was really, really good, which was great. Did RPM go and wear a mask the whole time? He did not. He did not go. I don't think you'll see Red Panda Mining at any of these events. It kind of goes against like his branding, right? Like that's one benefit for me. After, I showed my face after the first year? Yeah, after the first year. And one of the things that it makes it easier to do is I was able to go ahead and do interviews, which was really, really nice, right? Like I looked at, after my first year on YouTube, I looked at like some of my videos where it was a one-sided interview. Greatest example, I met with someone in an interview my first year with Bits Be Trippin', right? And I didn't show my face, and it was just his face on camera, just like talking back and forth to me, which is totally lame. So after that first year, it was great to show my face, get it out there. We actually did that, if you remember, with Red Fox Crypto. If you're interested, there's a Meet the Miner under episode video out there where it's the first time of showing my face, and I did it with him, which was really, really cool. It was kind of like a reverse Meet the Miner. It was Red Fox Crypto asking me the questions. Anyways, that being said, that not only opened the door for like interviews and collab videos, but then also like going to events like this. So I just don't see Red Fox Crypto, or I'm sorry, Red Panda Mining ever going that route, to be honest. I think there is a value in his branding of not showing his face at all. I'm pretty excited about the new Canaan A16. Did you learn about it in Vegas? Yeah, so I saw the A16 XP in Vegas. They had it day 2. And then I just saw Red Panda Mining had a video on it today, which was awesome. Got a chance. I don't know if the one today that Panda had was an A16 or an A16 XP. It was kind of confusing on the branding that he had. It looks like it was a test prototype model. And I'm not really sure. Not sure if you guys caught it or not, if it was one versus the other at all in there. What's up, the Mining King? How much did you win at the tables? I did not find any time to sit at the casino tables, which is a good thing, I guess, right? Like, let's be honest here. I just save myself money. I enjoy probably 3-card poker. I don't enjoy, it's just I don't enjoy, but like, Blackjack is not really my thing. I enjoy three card poker a lot more. I used to play craps a lot more. I've kind of forgotten how to play that. It's been over 10 years since I played that, but it'd be fun to get back into that, which is always good. But yeah, just busy at night. You know, after the event would end, there would be less than an hour between the first happy hour events that companies would be running. Every night I was at a dinner. Some of them were private dinners, some of them were dinner parties that I got invited to. I'd say the best dinner I had was actually at Wolfgang Puck at the Cut. It was a private dinner with about 25 of us, and that was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing, to be honest with you. Scrolling down here, catching up. Good morning from Vegas locals. Oh, nice. Nice. Did you go to BTC Vegas if you're local out there? I'm very curious if that is the case. Venetian and the Paris. Oh, okay, that's what it was. I couldn't remember. How many people tried to promote cloud mining scams? I saw at least one company that was like start crypto mining without any hardware or any electric or something of that sort verbiage on like their banner setup and stuff. But I really didn't chase it down too much. The indoor mall has so much good food, but very easy to get lost. Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I got turned around so many times, and it was like the last day I realized there was an escalator that got there faster, and I was walking like 10 minutes around. So like, yes, totally get it. Like there was like an escalator right outside of the venue entrance that just went up, and oh look, you're right in there. It was just the other side. I had a meeting up there with Epic, and I didn't realize it until that happened, but I'd walked like 10 minutes around all the way through, and then I was like, oh, there's an escalator. Like, oh my goodness. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's see here. You had to work? Bummer. Bare Naked Miner, welcome. Happy to have you guys. Once again, guys, we're live on TikTok, we're live on Instagram, we're live on Twitter, we're on Twitch, and YouTube, of course, which is absolutely great. So thanks for jumping in, joining me today. We're going to go through a few things, and then I want to actually bring up so we're going to go through a few things first. I have a giveaway in the middle of the stream. Something new, and then a giveaway with that. And then I want to bring up my video that I released yesterday at BTC Vegas, and I'd like to just go through it and answer questions and chat with you guys, especially on the new hardware. Dude, Bare Naked Miner coming in hot here with 5 gifted members. Holy cow. Thank you very much, brother. I do appreciate that over on YouTube. Thank you very much for doing that. Which is great. So it looks like Joker Miner gets a membership. Kreener, BCAZ, BP, and Jonathan Duro all walk away with a membership on the channel, which is awesome. Love it. Absolutely love it. So want to let you guys know that what that membership gives you is now you can go on YouTube and go to my channel and look at the member videos, and you guys can watch them. So you can watch the last one I just released 2 days ago, and you can watch all the previous ones, which is great. Kind of get a behind the scenes type of thing. In addition to that, if you connect your YouTube and your Discord, it gives you access to the Nomi Squad channel within Discord, which is great. Thank you very much, by the way, Bare Naked Miner, for the continued support, brother. I do appreciate you, and thanks very much for doing that for sure. I want to do a quick audio check, even though we're quite a few minutes in. Guys, let me know how the audio, let me know the music to my voice. I want to make sure the music is like just barely anything. If anything, I can always get rid of the music. But yeah, let me know in chat. I appreciate it. Jagger757D. Hello, the Hobbyist Miner. Welcome. KE5, you hitting lag issues? Let me know if anyone else sees lag issues. I want to make sure you guys aren't having any challenges or problems. We are streaming 1, 2, 3 from 3 devices right now simultaneously, but that's okay. Volume up a little bit on my voice or on the music? I think the volume on my voice is pretty loud, but it also depends sometimes on the device, sometimes on earbuds, on speakers, on TVs. You know, I think it sometimes does depend, but I'm going to check here. Yeah, that is at 100%. Your audio seems fine to me. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, let me know anyone else. That'd be good. I can't turn, I'm literally maxed out. Can't turn it up. Let's see. Coming in here, Kate says, have you checked out the Stratum OS? It looks way better, more functional than Umbral. I've not spent a ton of time in that, to be honest with you. I'm very happy with Umbral, and so I haven't jumped into Stratum OS. Something more recently, we've seen like this big like burst of new products coming out to run nodes on, new software platforms, new hardware. So it's definitely been more popular more recently. But I haven't spent the time on it. The pirate, no lag over here. YouTube has a bug where it eats all the RAM. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. No issues. Sounds great. Music is good. Awesome. Perfect. Thank you guys for checking that out. Max voltage. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about at all. That's right. I did not have to fly on Spirit Airlines. Thankfully, it's not an airline that flies out of some of the airports that I fly out of in Pennsylvania. So it worked out well for me. So let's go ahead. I wanted to jump in. If you guys are over on, let me fix this real quick here. We are over on YouTube and Twitch and Twitter. And let me fit this to screen. There we go. Wanted to share with you guys in that regard. If you're on TikTok and Instagram, I appreciate you guys and your patience. But yeah, I was taking a look, like, you know, the market today is awesome, right? You know, it's always nice getting back from an event like BTC Vegas and like seeing that the market has a little life to it, right? Which is always great. You know, that's something that for me, you know, when I was there, I actually showed in my video, it was like around 76, 77,000. And we kind of broke that 80,000 mark. And it was after the event. And a lot of that came with a lot of the hype and news around the Clarity Act. It hasn't passed yet. Like, it isn't locked in and put into place quite yet, but we've made some amazing progress, and it seems like it's going to be, these things always take forever though. They're like, oh yeah, it's launched. Well, it's not. Like, it's going to take what, several months until it actually gets finally signed into law, which will be great. So I am excited for that. And that really helped push us over 80, I feel like, you know, and I think we also at the same time got news on coming from the White House of kind of the conflict in Iran. Coming to a close is what's being said, but you never know. But coming to a close, which is great, you know, good news for world economies, good news, you know, for Bitcoin. So now we're at 81.1. We're actually looking at it now, 81,153. So I love to see that, which I think is totally awesome. Where my eyes go is like Bitcoin for me is my long-term holding, right? So I'm not like overly hyped. Thank you, Mike. You do appreciate it. Welcome, guys. But you know, Bitcoin's great, and I love to see Bitcoin go up, and Bitcoin is of course my long-term holdings. But for me, my eyes instantly go to what affects me the most as a miner, and you know, that's something you need to look at. Like, Bitcoin's my long-term play, right? I have holdings in long-term wallets that I'm not touching or playing with. But how does Bitcoin's price going up a little bit now directly affect me at the moment? And it actually comes down to Dogecoin, because I would say about 80% of my miners now are script miners. I've really pivoted. If you guys have followed the channel over the last year or a little bit farther, you know, I've pivoted right directly into more script mining, because script mining gives you that avenue to be more profitable than your Bitcoin miners and earn, you know, if you think about it, at the end of the day, if your goal, it was actually as funny. The second night I was at a Nice Hash dinner. Shout out to them for inviting me. It's about 25 of us. And I was sitting at a table with some of the Nice Hash team. And then I was also sitting at a table with an individual that advises, I think it's the Prime Minister, right, in Canada. I know you guys all love Canadian politics, but advises them from the crypto side of the world. And we were talking about mining. I always love meeting these people. I'd have to look her up. And we were talking about mining, and she was like a Bitcoin maxi through and through, which is fine. Love it. No big deal with that. Nice hash dinner, totally appropriate. And somehow we got into script mining, and it was like so new and different to her. And I was like, listen, let me just explain it, you know, outright, you know, script mining versus Bitcoin mining. At the end of the day, my goal is to accumulate Bitcoin. But if I can think of it this way, if I can earn $3 a day with one of my miners, or I can earn $9 a day with one of my miners, and at the end of the day, they're both in Bitcoin, which one would you prefer? And she's like, well, of course, I'd like the $9 one. And I was like, great. I was like, that's exactly why I'm script mining. I said, you know, I explained in addition to her, the Bitcoin hash rate continues to go through the roof, right? With so many new miners coming online, specifically Bitcoin miners. So that network is advancing very quickly. So there's less pie to go around. But with script mining, while it is increasing, it is not at the pace that Bitcoin is. And so you're getting more longevity out of your miner, not necessarily physically, like not based off of parts, but more the fact of more longevity, more lifespan of that miner when it is still relative. And so it was a really good conversation to have with her. I do want to find her on LinkedIn and connect with her on LinkedIn because it was great to like just educate a little bit more in that space, which was nice, which was really, really cool. But yeah, so I look at Dogecoin, which affects me the most. I am mostly mining Dogecoin, but I also look at things like Ethereum. I have some Ethereum out there that I'm just looking to flip into Bitcoin when the price pumps. Solana out there as well. Other ones that I'm into, XRP. You guys know I have no loyalty to XRP. I bought it back in 2017 as a play, and it's done well for me. I sold about a quarter of it. I bought it for 7 cents. I sold about a quarter of my holdings when it was about $3.20 and just rolled it into Bitcoin, which is absolutely great. Raccool QS over on TikTok. Thank you very much for joining us. Mikey spamming it up. Love to see it. Tara agreeing with that over on Instagram. Thank you guys. But yeah, so that being said, you know, that is something that I kind of keep in mind there, you know, when I'm looking at like all these different coins and things that I'm into, is very much like, how is it profitable, right? Like how can I roll that into Bitcoin? It's just a shortcut to get into that. Brandon RE says, how often should I seeing a let me see here. I got to move the screen over. It's a little far out of reach. Rip to Spirit Airlines, right? Brandon says, how often should I be seeing a T level difficulty with 275 terahash? I'm thinking my Canaan suck. Are you solo mining, Brandon? And if so, there's no guarantees. It's solo mining. So my guess is you're solo mining is what it sounds like. And there's no guarantees when you're going to see like a best share or anything like that. There's no like, yeah, that's what I'm guessing. 275 terahash. My guess is that you have a few, like some Avalon queues. Maybe you got some other stuff. That's my guess. Just kind of thinking out loud there, but we'll circle back to you there and kind of find out a little bit more. Are your Doge miners all on your own node? No. So my Doge miners are full-size ASIC miners. They are mining directly to PowerPool. I'm not mining to my own node, solo mining. No, it's too much of a gamble for me. I need the daily profits out of them. It's solo mining. Your chances with an S21 XP is still super low. Yeah, I mean, well, he said Canaan. So he said Canaan, and he said 275. So my doubt is he's got some like a few 15, like a 1566 and some other ones out there. My guess is he's got like an Avalon Q, maybe a Mini, maybe a Nano 3S. My guess is, but we'll wait for him to update over on Twitter. He was asking about that. What's up? Who signs this? Oh, what a, I love the name. Very creative, very, very different. Thank you for coming to join in. Do appreciate it very, very much. We'll wait to see if he gets back to us, gives us a little bit more detail there. So yeah, so I wanted to take a look at, let's jump over some others that come to mind for me that like when the market turns green, I want to look at is Kaspa. Kaspa is a great example of the fact of like, for me, you know, I still hold, I'm holding about 10, last I looked, it was about $10,000 in Kaspa. Now this was a little while ago, so it has gone up, you know, in the last 7 days by 4%. And so, okay, cool. Like it's nowhere near where I'm going to consider selling some of it. Not yet. And I'm not like, I'm waiting until $1. Crazy. No. My point on Kaspa is probably about 20 cents. I'll sell some of it with Kaspa. You know, I always like to sell on the way back up. Lesson learned from where we were previously. I think it was 20 or 25 cents was Kaspa. 20 cents. Yeah, 20 cents. So getting near another all-time high, definitely take advantage of it. But I'm not, all my Kaspa miners are off. All my Kaspa miners are actually, well, not all of them, but most of them are for sale right now. We'll talk about that in a minute. I got a number of miners I've started listing for sale. You guys can eat them up cheap if you have free electric or cheap electric for sure. But Kaspa's one where I'm still, I sold a lot of it a while back. Not a lot of it, a little bit of it, but I'm still sitting on about $10,000 worth of it. So we were talking about XRP. And as I said, I'm no loyalist here in any way, shape, or form. I literally just got into it crazy early. It's almost up about 10% in the last 30 days, which is good. We talked about Solana. We talked about Dogecoin. Are there any other ones in chat that you guys are keeping an eye on from your perspective? Any that you guys are eyeing up that you're like, oh, the market's pumping. I want to go ahead and check these out. I have my eyes on BTCS and BSV right now. BTCS, I've never heard of it. Are these like these weird forks? Yeah, that's right. Is that what I'm looking at? Yeah. BSV, I've heard of BSV before. Bitcoin SV, yeah, I've heard of that before. Let's see. Love it, love it, love it. Tobin Wan, welcome. Now, Bitcoin SV, look at that one, $16. And, you know, over the last 3 months, it's been going up a little bit. So, hey, man, if you can take your profits in there, I mean, if you look at the year, you know, take your profits where you can. But the last 30 days, it's up 15%, which is good. Flux, oh, man, I totally forget I even hold Flux. I've never sold any of my Flux at all. But the minute it has any type of pump, I will absolutely sell out of it. Yeah, I mean, this project's dead, to be honest with you. So I wish I would have sold it a long time ago, but we are where we are, and so I'll sell out of it. I'm still holding my bags. I still have a few nodes running as well. Let's see here. Alio, interesting, and Quai. I don't have any Alio miners running, but a lot of people have reached out to me, even still, asking about getting into Alio, which is really, really interesting. I thought you could filter. Here it is. Yeah. Who are like, they're coming over to places like mining now, right? And they're going in here and looking at like, okay, like what's profitable in here? And I mean, you know, in AE3, guys, it's still making $12.35 a day, which is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. You know, Alio is one where I thought would have fallen off when they went ahead and required proof of stake for, like, it's like a portion of, yeah, not proof of stake. You have to stake a certain amount of their coin on the pool before you can mine. They went from their original model of straight up traditional proof of work into this weird hybrid model. I don't want to call it proof of stake, but the staking model. And I dropped the project then, sold what I had, sold the miners that I had. It just did not interest me and I get it. They're doing that in order to avoid liquidation. But I still have people hitting me up like, hey, I'm looking to buy an Alio miner. And I'm like, my first thought is like, why? But then I go look and I'm like, okay, the why is right there, $12.66. So like, hey, if you got an AE3, let that puppy run it to the ground. Now, I probably would be DCAing out of Aleo every week if I owned one of these. But yeah, what is let me look here, ASIC marketplace real quick. What does the AE3 go for? Like, what is this going for? Can you even buy these anymore? Not that it's that old. It's not that old, but yeah, I mean, wait, there's two AE3. Oh, this is that's the AE3. What's the, what is this? 2 gigahash? Is this the 2 gigahash model? Yeah, this is the 2 gigahash model. I saw this other one here when I searched for it. This is just the AE. Oh, that's 600. Yeah, so, dude, this still holds its price. Holy cow. $5,700 still? That's absolutely wild to see. Now, another question here. You were taking a look at Zcash. So let's look at Zcash real quick. And then we'll look at that miner right now. So I'm waiting on my miner to arrive. I did order a Z15 Pro out of the April batch, and there is nothing in sight for them shipping. Now, China has another one of these weird holidays. They do these weird holidays a few times a year where they just exit reality for like a week or two, and the world shuts down apparently, and then they come back. And so I have a Z15 Pro on order. I'm waiting for it to arrive. I haven't even got any notifications. Thank you very much, Mikey. Do appreciate it. I've gotten 0 notifications of shipping. Now, it was an April batch, which traditionally means with Bitmain and these ASIC manufacturers is it'll ship the last week in April. Well, we're now into the first week in May. Didn't get it the last week in April. Didn't get it the first week of May because they're, you know, on reality holiday, we'll call it. So I'm hoping it ships out next week. But I mean, look at that. At my electric rate, it'll be $35 in profit. It is an absolute no-brainer. Now, we don't know how long Zcash is going to stay on this ride, but what we do need to keep in mind is the fact of Zcash. You know, I thought this was going to be a quick bubble with Zcash, and I imagine most of you guys are in this same boat. I think individuals like the Mining King made out really, really well. But like, look at this. Let's look at 1 year. Zcash has been on an upward tear for quite some time here, and so it's on the up and up overall. Bear Naked Miner says May 8th. All right, we'll see. But yeah, I mean, it's doing great. continue to do very profitable, up 1,096% in a year. You know, so you might be like, okay, well then let's look at like, where are we at, you know, year to date? How about the last 3 months? You know, it's continuing to go up. So like where I like to put it, where I tell people is like, if I order the Z15 Pro and we saw it was making $35 a day, at least today, by the time I get it, if the market pivots and it drops down to $15 a day, that's still really, really good. And the reason I put that out there is that if we look at things like mining now and we take a look at what's out there with mining now, you know, kind of ignore some of these. Can I get rid of, yeah, we'll do air cooling, get rid of hydro, you know. So the INI box, that's a whole nother story. That's like a Z15 Pro on steroids when it comes down to like, is that a bubble? Is it going to pop? Is it scammy? Not saying Z15 Pro is or Zcash is, but oh my gosh, when we look at like INI, I have a video coming out on INI box. We'll talk about that. But taking a look here, like, look, the Z15 Pro is the most profitable, reputable coin on the market right now. I'm putting Verihash, you know, what INI mines. Let's put that aside. Like put that entirely aside. You know, it is significantly more profitable than like, even when I come down here, the DL1 Air that I got a chance to take a look at that at the event, you know, more profitable than that. When we look at like the A4 Pro Air, but those aren't coming out for quite some time. You know, the L11 Pro, which is a rumor, $7 a day. So it's absolutely worth it. Now I got my Z15 Pro for, I think it was 21 or 22, 25, somewhere in there. We love the Z15 Pros. That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, the nice thing is like you're buying a miner that continues to be profitable, which is great. Like, love it. I wish I would have, I did a video, guys, like 3 years ago, I think it was that when the Z15 Pro came out? Yeah, about 3 years ago. And I go back on my channel and look at it and I'm like, I can't believe I sold that unit. But you don't know what you don't know. K5 says Bitdeer DL1 would be nice if the price wasn't so damn high. That price isn't accurate at all. Anyone who's listing a price for that that's just a ballpark. The reason I say that is I spoke with Bitdeer at the event. We'll talk about that more in a minute. We'll jump into that. We got to keep things moving. They are mining with the DL1. They're mining with the A4 Pro Air. They will move them to be actually for sale when the market changes, they said. When the market's pumping even more, they're going to make them available. But right now, they're just mining with all of them. And they were completely transparent. They weren't like, oh, we're doing QA. They're like, no, we're a mining company. We're mining with them. And then we will resell them. I'm looking at hosting 2 Z15 Pros with Black Ops. I think you mean Block Ops. And that's great. Happy to hear that. Yeah, they're a great option. Absolutely. I have a number of units hosted with them. I assume you're reaching out to Ricky or Mary Ann over there. And when you do, tell them I sent you. Tell them you want the Hobbyist Miner discount. That's what you tell them. A lithium pump incoming for DJ. Listen, I would love to see that. I don't even know if DJ, like, how he sold his AL3s. Does anyone know? Did anyone hear? Like, he had a bunch of them, right? 20? I'd take a DL for 1,500. Yeah, right. Brother, you're not going to see that for less than 8,000 is my guess. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's 25 gigahash. Like, you're almost 2 L9s. What's up, Brian Versado? Welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out with us today. Let's see here. All right, let's keep things moving here because you guys are super chatty for some reason today, and I'm not complaining one bit. Okay, cool. So we're gonna jump over to my website here, and if you guys aren't signed up, you can do ! in chat if you're on YouTube for newsletter. If you're on any other platform, just please visit my website, thehobbyistminer.io, and in the top corner, I'll actually show you. Top corner, go to content and newsletter. This is a brand new thing that I just started a month ago, and it's called the Hobbyist Inner Circle. It is a newsletter completely free that I send out once a month. I just sent it out a few weeks ago, actually, around the 20th of April, and the next one will be out in 15 days, about the 20th of May. It's a complete straightforward newsletter, and if you guys are like, all right, well, what type of newsletter are we getting here, really? Well, you can actually check it out. You can just sign up here, entirely free, and here is actually the first newsletter, if you guys are interested. And so you can literally just scroll down, and you can read it. You can come over here and read it. You just get an email when it launches, And over here is a full newsletter, just some things we talked about, the changing face of home Bitcoin mining, strategic moves evolving my mining farm for 2026 that I talk about, consolidating my crypto for a smarter portfolio. So those are some of the 3 topics we go into. It's not crazy long. Like, it's literally you drink your coffee in the morning and you can read through it. Once again, it's entirely free. It costs you nothing. Feel free to go over and sign up for it. Once again, just the hobbyistminer.io, and then in the upper corner, go to content and newsletter, and you'll get it once a month. That's it. That's it. Perfect. 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 The other thing I'm excited to show you guys today, and TikTok and Instagram, I'm sorry I can't show that to you. Like, it won't, I can't, I don't have it. I don't have it here. I can't show it to you. But for everybody else, I'm going to show it to you guys. Here it is. Let me show you real quick. So those of you guys familiar with my brand, something I've wanted to do is relaunch my merch store. And so last month we released 2 new t-shirts. This one I have on, you can actually see it. So that's this one here. This is the Hobbyist signature one that you guys see. It has the it has a little miner. You can also get it with the GPU on it. Has Hobbyist there. We have an American flag as I bump that. And on this one, we have the Hobbyist logo on the back. Can you see it? There it is. Look, there's a little miner on the back there, and then inside tag. Pretty cool. Signature, really high quality shirts. 100% really high quality shirts. And I'm not just like throwing that out there. These are expensive. Sorry, like these are really expensive. Like these shirts by themselves are not 100% cotton in any way. They have rayon in it and stuff. Like, I went through all my shirts and found the shirt that's the most comfortable, that doesn't shrink, and that isn't cotton. And I was like, I want that shirt. And you know what a shirt was? That was a shirt by the LuxOS team. And so I ended up finding out what make and models they're using for their shirt, and we ended up using that. Anyways, so last month we launched the signature ones. And those of you guys that follow my brand, every month now we're going to launch a brand new t-shirt. It's going to be available in the store, but we're already starting on June's shirt, but we're launching the May one today. So if you guys are interested, I have launched a new shirt. This is a collection called Sovereign by Satoshi collection. Is what it's called. You can check it out over on the hobbyistminer.io. Go over and check it out. Go to merch. And here it is. This is literally custom made. I'm having every shirt custom made by designers. There were 2 versions of this. I like this one better, so we went with this one. Go over and check it out. KE5 in chat is touting this, and this is actually one we're going to give away. We're going to give one of these away entirely free today. So this is in the Sovereign by Satoshi. That is the collection that I'm starting on. Anything Bitcoin freedom related is all going to be in that collection. And this is the shirt. It is a Bitcoin shirt that literally says freedom across it. It's got that Bitcoin distressed look to it that you guys see. If you're on TikTok or Instagram and you want to check it out, jump over to YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. That's where I'm live right now. You can see it up on the live stream. But yeah, we're going to give this away entirely free today. It is a little bit cheaper than the signature shirts because it doesn't have as many decals. This one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on it. This one literally only has 1 on it. So it doesn't have the American flag. It doesn't have the Hobbyist logo on the side. And the one thing it does have, though, is take a look. If you can see it on live stream, the Hobbyist signature name is inside on the tag. I added that little fine detail in there. Still cheaper than a stupid, hardly able sun shirt. I don't know what that is. Cool merch. Thanks, Jay Styles. So anyways, go over and check it out. But we're going to give one of these away entirely free. So if you guys are interested in getting in on this giveaway, we're going to do it right now. In chat, just type shirt, SHIRT. In chat, if you're on TikTok or Instagram, I'll add you in. If you're on Twitch or YouTube, you lost sound? I think it's just you. If you're on YouTube or any of the platforms, just type shirt in chat and I'll add you guys in manually, and that'll put you in the running. If you win, I'll send you a link and you just order it entirely free, and it's entirely free. Shipping's free. Everything's free there. So I'm going to go ahead over here. I'm going to add off of TikTok here. Mikey, I got you. I got you, Mikey. You're good there. Everybody else I'm going to copy and paste in. I'll add you guys over here, which will be pretty dang cool. But yeah, hopefully you guys like that shirt. Every month we're going to have a brand new shirt, and we're going to announce it and show it off right here in the live stream at the very top of everything, which will be a lot of fun. So I'm excited for it. Let me look here. All right. I'm going to get you, Mr. Pfeiffer. All right. Let me add you in here. Thank you very much, good sir. I got you added. You're added in there. Everybody else I'm going to copy and paste in, which will be great. I'll add you guys off of YouTube. And then after this, we're going to talk hardware. We're going to jump into hardware. Got some used hardware to talk about. And then we're also going to talk about a bunch of the new hardware that did end up releasing at Bitcoin Vegas. And I just want to get your thoughts and feelings on them. I'm going to share more of my thoughts and feelings here on the live stream as well. And we'll go from there. Mark Smith, Bluetooth. Don't you love that? I hate when that happens. Olivia, welcome over on TikTok. Thanks for coming to hang out. And guys, once again, we're live for the first time on Instagram today, which is cool. We got some Instagram activity, which is awesome. Dan Watt, welcome. Brian Mersado, thank you very much for joining. If you guys are just jumping in, we're doing a t-shirt giveaway. Just type shirt in chat and that'll put you in the running. All you got to do is type shirt. This man said my name right. First go. And I probably will never say it right again. I'm just telling you right now. I'm just telling you right now. Just going to put it out there, okay? Just putting it out there. All right. Let's load that back up. And I want to load this up. How was the food, though? Okay, so we're waiting. Guys, once again, type shirt in chat. That'll put you in on the t-shirt giveaway that we're doing. Any chatter from Kanan on new devices? Great. Kanan said that they will be releasing their new hardware at CES. CES is in January, so I'm hoping absolutely to go, and we'll see how it goes, and we'll take a look at it. How was the food there? The food in Vegas was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I don't think I had anything bad, anything. Breakfast was amazing. Even the lunches at the venue were okay, but the dinners were outstanding, absolutely outstanding. Any news about that OS problem? What OS problem are you speaking about? That one I don't know what you're talking about. Which one are you talking about? I changed my name to something this guy could pronounce. That's right. Bare Naked Miner. Love it. When S21 Pro giveaway? Never. I'm still running my S21 Pros. Absolutely. Not unless I need a write-off, and then we'll do a giveaway. For sure. He types pants in chat. Love it. Love it. Okay. Let me go ahead and pull our participant list here. Off of here. Participants. All right, we're going to grab the participant list off of YouTube. Thank you guys very much for all of you guys that got in. Let me load this up. And then what we'll do is if you win this, okay, if you win, I will have you email me and then I will actually just send you a link and your checkout will be entirely free, including shipping, is how that will work. So just make it nice and easy for you guys. You don't need to send me any of your shipping information. All you got to do, is just email me and then I'll email you back a link and you can then go online and order this entirely free, which will be cool. So I'm just cleaning up these names here, making sure I delete, Joker Miner. We don't want him in that list, which is good. All right, cool. We're going to copy that. I'll show this on the stream here in a minute. Paste it. Here we go. Main screen. Now we're going to F5 it, gets everything cleaned up. All right, you guys ready? That's right. Here we go. I forgot the name of the other than Windows, the one with containers. Don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about Linux? All right, here we go. You ready? Oh, you talking about when we were trying to get the old jalapeno miner working? Was that last live stream or the one before that? Is that what you're talking about? All right, here we go. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. One winner. A bunch of losers. Here we go. Oh, Black Hat Team. Black Hat Team. Congratulations. Congratulations. You weren't listening, Max. You weren't listening. You didn't type shirt. Rigged. That's right. 100% rigged. So, Black Hat Team, if you're still here, congratulations, brother. Best way to test a shirt is in Vegas during summer. Oh, there you go. Heck yeah. That's right. Max and Joker Miner are absolutely banned. Absolutely banned. Rigged. Congratulations, Black Hat Team. If you're still here, please go ahead and email me. I'll put in chat exclamation point. He was here. Let's see, exclamation point email. We'll give him a few minutes. There he is. Perfect. So go ahead and email me, and I'll just have you validate in that email if you can. go to like the top right to your profile settings and take a screenshot. It just shows that like you're actually Black Hat team, and then I'll email you back with a link, and that link will allow your checkout to be entirely free. And if you guys are like, what were we even like playing for here? Brand new shirt every month. We're gonna have a brand new shirt come out. It'll be available months after, but go ahead and you can check it out. It is part of the Sovereign by Satoshi new collection that we're doing. These are custom made. We have the 2 designers that are working on these shirts, and this one has the distressed Bitcoin logo with freedom across it, is what it is. Pretty cool t-shirt there. I like it. I have mine on the way right now as well. I was hoping to have it here for the live stream, but I wasn't able to get it in time. But yeah, guys, go over and check it out. Exclamation point merch, and you guys can go check out the brand new shirt that we're launching today. Freedom Through Bitcoin is the name of this t-shirt. Thehobbyistminer.io, and select merch. All right, cool. So I want to move on to the second thing that I really wanted to dive into today. What's up, the Cookie Mailman? Happy to have you. All right, and let's do this. So, why is that not showing? That's interesting. I swore this worked before. I can hear freedom from Braveheart in my head, right? Right? All right, let's see if I can figure this out. Oh, it doesn't show it. There should be my display capture here. It's not showing my display capture, which is really weird. Hang on. Please hold. I swear this worked when I tested it before. Braveheart's a great movie. I haven't seen that movie in forever. All right, we're going to do this. That didn't work either. Interesting. I'm trying to get this video to come up on here. Feels like a Max Voltage stream. Apparently it is. A picture of Mel Gibson. There you go, right? Like his face, his head in there. That would be really funny. All right, so we can do it this way. Hang on. This was not the original way I was going to do this, but we'll do it this way. So let me remove that. Let me make the... I wasn't going to do it this way, but we'll do it this way. For some reason, it wasn't showing the video, but that's fine. Works like the audio earlier, apparently. So let's go over the Hobbyist Miner YouTube. Technical difficulties. That's right. That's right. All right. So what I wanted to do was actually jump through this video here. Oh, advertisement. I want to jump through the video and talk about some of the things in Vegas. Get your questions, get your comments, get your concerns there on some of the things that we did see, some of the things we didn't see in Vegas. And then we'll kind of go from there. So I'll just make this full screen. We're not going to like sit through here the entire thing at all. You know, that's not my goal. But we're going to jump in and kind of take a look at some of the hardware. So if you guys are like, I don't even know what he's talking about. I was in Vegas last week at BTC Vegas. Huge shout out once again to Terra Hosting for helping to make that possible and their support of the channel. And they were actually one of the booths there promoting their hosting services. And it was a great event. Absolutely great event. Ton of massive speakers out there. And a lot of people actually like hit me up. That was cool, like a Bitcoin bull there that was there. But several people hit me up like about like what was my sentiment of actually, you know, everything going on there. Because it was crazy busy. There was a lot of different people that were there, different types of people too. Like you had like a bunch of the speakers were like, there were some senators that were out there. The SEC chair, Trump Jr., what was it? Oh my gosh, Sailor was there. There were a bunch of other people there. So there was a bunch of different people that were speaking, and some people, the sentiment question came up of like, this was afterwards that people hit me up about, was like, was there too much government involved? Like, is government getting too involved with Bitcoin? No, I don't even want to put government, just like larger institutions, regulation, all of that. And it's funny, my answer to that and what I told people was, for the longest time, we as Bitcoin miners and the Bitcoin community, we wanted regulation, right? We wanted adoption. And now that we're there, we can't complain as the grassroots community that we're finally there. Floor looked a little empty though. Was it just the shots we saw? So the expo floor that you're going to see in this video, this was industry day, which you had to have a special pass, which was day 1. Day 2 was general admission day. It was packed. Day 1, you actually paid extra to get in. It was mostly just the booth people and people that paid a little bit extra, and that was it. And that worked out well. Yeah, I loved it because most of my footage I filmed day 1 at BTC Vegas because there was a ton less people, so I could film the booths, I could talk with the people at the booths. It worked out amazing. Absolutely amazing. Any update on the BMM 101 BTC miner giveaway? Yeah, that finished. You can see the giveaway winners are always announced in the Discord under the giveaway section. You can see any giveaways that I'm running, as well as any announcements. That's where it's announced. It was also announced on Twitter, but yeah, it's on Discord as well. Yeah, any of the giveaways you can see over there. So you can see like, oh, which ones are going on. We just kicked off a brand new one for the Lucky Miner LV08 Pro. That thing's awesome looking. Awesome looking. Yeah, it was not Jay Styles. It was absolutely packed. Especially when you saw Sailor's announcement, like I had posted on my Twitter. Let me find that real quick. Here, let me pause this. Oh, I don't know if I'm about to. Let me find a link real quick. Hang on. Let me find it. Oh, what's up, Dan? We got you, Dan. Let me find it real quick. I posted a ton of pictures while I was there, so like that was the best way to follow me. Would have been on Twitter. Oh, thank you very much there. Appreciate that. Thank you for subscribing. I'm gonna try to scroll here and find it. Hang on, I'm gonna find it because I think your comment. So there were a bunch of these. This is not. Let me find this one. Copy link, and I'll bring it over here. Oh nope, wrong one. So here was one picture. Now I did not take this picture. This was taken by the actual. What? Are you kidding me? You can't click on this if you're not signed in. Oh my gosh, this platform. But yeah, this is like this was some of the standing room that was barely of it. Like this was packed, absolutely packed. And then there's one that I took because if it's like, okay, you know, you're concerned of like, okay, well that was one that was posted by the vent, like the team. Here was one that I took from the opposite direction. Of course, not as good, but like it was absolutely packed. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And the expo floor was still packed full of people when this room was packed. So there's a bunch of other projects like XRP, and there were a few other ones that like posted on Twitter, like, look how empty this is. And then they're taking a picture of like speakers that like there were no speakers on stage, and they're taking a picture. Who goes to these events and just sits and watches people the whole time? No one. You want to walk around. I didn't watch one speaker. I walked in when Sailor was speaking to get a picture, and then I walked out and went back out to the expo because I wanted to see all the booths and see everything. So yeah, it was absolutely packed. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. They're just trolling, to be honest with you. So let's go back in here. There's my Lamborghini, if you guys caught. You know, there was my Lamborghini, 100%. As I talked about in the video, there will be signs. It was cool looking. I like that wrap. That wrap looked really good. So here was actually my first opportunity of seeing the proto rig in person, which was absolutely crazy. I don't know. Any thoughts? Here we go, right here. Will the proto rig company have more than one machine? So it's actually really interesting. I was talking with Proto. They actually are going to be coming out with a home miner. Proto is actually going to have a home miner, which I think is awesome. Absolutely love to hear about it. I was chatting with them. I said, oh, why haven't we seen, like, I said, hey, you guys gonna have any other models? And they're like, oh, we actually are going to be launching a home miner at some point here. They said the holdup has just been chip availability. And I'm like, dang, like that is not the first company that I heard from that spoke to the fact of challenges with the chips. Just I have heard this across the board, entirely across the board in that regard of just challenges with boundaries and chip acquisition. Just absolutely challenging. So it'll be really cool to see like what they launch for that. which is crazy. Let's see here. Any BTC tramp stamps? I did not see any. Was it a sausage fest? Yes, but there were plenty of good looking women there as well. The Tadettes, who won in golf? So we did Top Golf, which was awesome. Compass Mining had a Top Golf event. Let me show that to you guys real quick. This is like show and tell, is what this is. Let me find it. Yep, here it is right here. Copy. So Compass Mining had a Top Golf event. I went with your friend Andy. We were there, had a great time, absolutely great time for sure, and had a lot of fun. I've been to Top Golf in forever, and when like it got dark outside, the cool thing is about Top Golf in Vegas is you see the strip and the sphere and the Ferris wheel all in the background, and it was a lot of fun. Absolutely. Andy, super new to golf. Me, just one step removed from being super new. So I hit really well. Farthest I got to was the white. I was aiming for the fence, not the fence, but the very back screens, and got to the white, which is the very last circle. Couldn't quite get it there. Andy started out like barely being able to hit, and then by the there was actually a PGA golf pro there that was working the event, kind of going around, kind of like teaching and helping people out, which I think is a great thing that Topgolf offers. And they went ahead and helped Andy and like gave him a quick little like 5 to 10 minute 101, and he did very, very well. He did very, very well, which was really, really cool. Cool to see him advance with that for sure. So yeah, the proto rig, we'll have to see what happens here. I mean, the hard part is as time goes on, the proto rig is getting outdated, more and more outdated, right? Like, while the technology behind the proto rig is amazing, the modular design, the quick repairability with the fan setups, being able to pull out the hashboards in like 30 seconds, you know, it is all revolutionary, and I'm really eager to see it actually disrupt the mining industry, because Bitmain has had its teeth in that industry. I mean, they're the 800-pound gorilla in the room, and the challenge is like repairing, working on, replacing parts on Bitmain hardware is an absolute nightmare. Their warranty isn't a real warranty. The crazy thing is here is does the proto rig have the 1373 or the 1370 chips? Neither. Those are Bitmain chips, brother. They are their own manufacturer, just like Ice River. Ice River doesn't use Bitmain chips either, so you have to keep in mind like totally different hardware out there. Was surprised Ice River didn't have a booth. The prototype was interesting, but was waiting to see the BTC big boy before adding more. So they're just not even there yet. They even commented on some of the delays with the foundry, on the fact of like, I think everybody across the board in the industry is delayed due to chip demand. Chip demand is like up here, and AI is taking priority at the foundries because they're paying more than these hardware manufacturers. So the challenge is like a lot of these, oh, we'll pause here real quick. A lot of these hardware manufacturers, they're just waiting on the foundry. I mean, honestly, Ice River was supposed to come out with a Bitcoin miner Q4 of last year. We're now into Q2 of this year. Super delayed. Super delayed. So Ice River only has that prototype. I'm actually working on a video for that. It'll be out on Friday. I actually have the prototype back behind me here that I'll be testing out. It's just one chip, as well as opening it up and looking at the chip inside and everything. So they're absolutely delayed. They didn't have a booth because they're just not ready. They're not ready to have a booth, and to like, you gotta think of it. If you're gonna have a booth at one of these events, that's gonna be, you gotta remember, some of these booths are $40,000 plus to have one booth there, like a 10 by 10. And so if you're gonna have a booth there, you're not just gonna want to like create hype. You want to have your hardware there, everything. So Ice River most likely they'll be coming to the table later in 2026 is my understanding, but they're going to do the whole gambit. They're going to do everything from home miners up through full-size ASIC miners. So we'll have to see how that goes for sure. Proto rig is cool, but I see arcing issues with the connections. I don't. I think the connections are significantly better. I think the connections are better. Dude, we've been using the same connection types with ASIC miners in the industry for how many years? Over 10 years. There's been no advancement in the power supply designs with the bus bars, or the hashboard connections with those ribbon cables. There's been no advancement in any way. 1373 chips are the new thing. I wonder if the proto can be easily upgraded. The Proto can, you can slide out those hash boards and slide in new ones in that regard if you wanted to. Spring-loaded connections or non-hardwired probably isn't the best idea for a high current application. Actually, the way it works is when you slide it in, there's actually, let me go back here, I'll show you. Where is it? Right here. So this connection right here at the bottom, look at that. Instead of having a bus bar design, those get the quote bus bar connection slides directly into that finger type of designs there to give you a really good connection. The board's sliding out. Yeah, they have a good connection there. There's nothing wrong with the bus bar design. It just hasn't changed in forever, right? And the issue is with the bus bar design is needing to take it apart. That's all. You got to remember, like, these proto rigs and the modular designs on them are built for large scale mining farms that work on these things every day. And when you're looking at that, you're looking at cost of labor down to the minute. What's faster to replace a hash board? Like, you have to think about, for us who have barely any miners, it's much faster and quicker to go ahead, you know, like we could spend an hour taking it apart, putting it back together. An hour, how many of these boards can be swapped out? In an hour, how many fans can be swapped out? So you got to look at it at operational scale, not what we as home miners are willing to deal with. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, it's a pirate. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. Don't disagree at all. Oh, what's TikTok doing? Let's fix that. There we go. That's all. That's all. It's just from an operational perspective. Like, okay, cool. We'll pivot on. Let's talk about, so here is, we're over at the pleb source kind of table. It's right next to the one miner setup there. I didn't even know they were there. I passed by them so many times and didn't see them at first. But that first miner there that says hammer in the bottom left-hand corner, I don't care what hash rate that is. Isn't that totally badass looking? Like, absolutely badass looking. Now, it has some type of, it looks like an AIO cooler, right? That's on the front of it, is the way that's designed. You know, which I think the radiator was behind it. I didn't spend enough time looking at it. Yes, they're hot swappable hash boards. And that little screen to the side is so cool. Like, I want one. We talk about these like office display pieces. I think this looks so cool. What was the middle miner on Pleb Source? That big unit there is a new script miner. I don't know any, I think it has 8 chips on it. They use the Volk miner chips, the Volk miner D3 chips. The fans are $100 each, not cheap. Oh, 100%. I get it, Mining King. I mean, I'm glad you're here still. The Mountain King. I'm sorry, you're always going to be the Mining King. Yeah, no, I totally get it. When you're looking at like the fan design, they're like $100. But the nice thing is you can send that, they're fully warranted, and you can send them back, and you can replace fans in 10 seconds. Like, push button, pull out, clip the new one in, and off you go. You know it, working at a mining farm or dealing with that, just fan replacements. So you got to think of it. They looked at it from the big picture and from a labor intensity perspective. If each of those fans, let's say each of those fans is $25, you're at $50. Now you have to add labor on top of that no one, we as home miners, we don't add labor into anything, you know? Let's jump back here. We were over here. Would be nice if it became like the PC market, buy the unit and have the third-party upgrades, possibly. Yeah, I don't know what model this is in the middle. I don't, it actually, DC08. I think that's what it says. There's a spot like right here. I don't know if you can see where my mouse is. It's right next to the silver heatsink there. And I think it says DC08. I think it has 8 chips on it. I think that aligns with where they are with Pleb Source. I don't think that model's out yet when I went over to Pleb Source's site. But it was cool to see like some home miners coming out. And it was really, really interesting there. So they had like these are all like your Bitcoin miners now. Bitcoin, I think this is the DC02, the DC04, and then the other one on the other side. Yep, downtime for repairs. Yep. I talked to the big vendor on a possible new home miner, script and ASIC one controller with LAN, and he thought it was awesome. Maybe we will see that one day. Maybe, possibly. So yeah, this was really cool to see. 12 terahash miner. It's crazy to think just like how full circle we've come with, like, think of it this way. we had home miner, like we had home grassroots miners, right, in Bitcoin mining, and then it scaled into full-size ASICs, right? And now what's happening is our home miners, the home mining industry is like evolving so quickly. Like we're looking at a 12 terahash little miner here for 200 watts. We have a Canaan Avalon Q that's 100 terahash. Like it's just wild to see like how far that's scaling between script and SHA-256 miners. And like, when do we come full circle? When do the home miners become more efficient than your full size miners? Like it's just wild to really look at, kind of thinking about it like big picture. It's really cool to see. Sorry, your brain's still recovering from Las Vegas. Dude, it's been several days. Catch up. So this was in their art area, which I always love to see this fun stuff. This is not supposed to be like super minor focus. It's the art area for Bitcoin, but I found this to be super cool. It's like a sheep looking body design with a nerd QX in the middle, a red one. I think it's a nerd QX plus in the middle. And this is in dielectric fluid. Most likely, you know, immersion oil is what it looks like. Never been run because it's not yellow. And they left the fan on, which was totally not needed to from a mining perspective. But you have to remember, like, the fan gives it a fun, like, appeal, like a moving part. And it wasn't even configured. You can see on the screen, like, it wasn't configured to be mining. Granted, the wireless in there was probably terrible. Could they have done it? Probably. But I thought that was really, really cool. Like, that's really fun to me. I'd love to build, like, a fish tank on a shelf, a small little fish tank, and do, like, a bit axe in there. I think that would be cool. Home miners will never be more efficient than full-scale ASICs. All I'm saying is that the home mining industry, from an efficiency perspective, is scaling faster than the industrial side of things, is what I'm finding. Lookman, welcome. Charthy, welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out. I was there 7 days, rookie. Yeah, apparently 100%. Let me check one thing here. 40 grand for a 10 by 10. Isn't that crazy? Yes, it is. Very much so. Very much so. Okay. Let me swap over here. Here we go. I have two octacks running at 11,287 and 10,822. Nice. Those are good numbers there. So this was cool to see. Absolutely cool to see. That was just something different, something new, something fun, which was a really cool idea. The other thing they had here was, and this was called the Liquid Lotto Black Sheep, is what this actually said on that card there. But something else they had there was, look at this. This is a nerd miner, V2. They actually had this in this exterior rated box. I forget what you call these boxes. I'm drawing a blank. But it has a solar panel in there. And I'm like, this is so cool. Like, you could do something very similar with this. Maybe like have a little solar panel there. I've seen some people where like they are running these on telephone poles, and it's a little box with some airflow in there. It has a little 5G modem in there, and they have a solar panel on there with a little battery. Have you guys seen those on like Twitter and stuff like that? And they're just putting them everywhere, like all these different places. It's very innovative. I wonder, I'd love to see a project where you do all of this, and maybe that's a future video. Like, would that be a fun video of like me trying to figure out how to build one of these miners in one of these exterior cases that runs off of solar, that's a bit axe maybe, that runs on battery? Now, like, you're not going to ROI on anything, but I feel like that would be a ton of fun. To build something like that, and then maybe we install it on a telephone pole. I feel like that would be a fun video to kind of figure out how that would work. Cooked by lightning? Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. Oh yeah. But I don't think that's what you think about when you build these things. Like, oh, I'm concerned about the lightning side of it, you know? But yeah, maybe that'd be a fun idea. I don't know. Putting it out there. All right, there's a little bit axe there. The red ones are cool. I've never seen the red ones. I don't know. Oh, we get an advertisement. Humidity in Texas would kill that 1 year. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Not at all. Not at all. You see these mining farms running with those units. I don't think so. It'd be hot. You'd have to have some fans in there spinning to like get some airflow through the case. And like, I'm just imagining it like right now, like a little overhang piece to keep like the rain and snow. Can I skip this? Yeah. The rain, so almost like a cover above it. Keep the rain and snow off of the solar panel and also the exterior rated box. Have a solar panel mounted there below it. Then below that have the why am I the case? I don't know why am I drawing a blank on what those are called. In there, have some cutouts with some fans to put the airflow through, and then have a bit axe in there with a battery, and you'd have to have the converter when it comes off the solar panel into the battery, and then it plugging in. So yeah, we'd have to figure something out. Yeah, I don't think a lot of those are for sale yet. KE5, I don't think they're for sale on their site yet. Yeah, it'd be fun though. I don't know. I feel like that'd be something. I feel like that would be something fun to build, and kind of go that route. Here's the Terra booth. They were there announcing their new rate of 7.5, which is exciting for them. They were definitely busy, which is great. I was happy to see that. Putting the solar panel in a box doesn't make sense. No, the solar panel in the box. No. It would be above it. Yeah, it would be above the box, like completely separate. This is ASIC plug and Farm God. They actually, Farm God is a fleet management software that I'm going to get my hands on, because they are so open. Like their developers, I was talking, one of their developers was there, and I was like, listen, I've tested out so many different fleet management softwares out there. None of them support an array of different manufacturers. Like Brains is awesome. Brains management is awesome. But Brains management doesn't, like, it supports Bitcoin and WhatsMiner, great. But then once you venture outside of that, especially altcoin miners, no support. Okay, great. Well, that sucks. Even their sitemap, like, it wouldn't even recognize my other miners and allow me to do a manual site, like a manual location for a miner and put in the physical address so that I could have a true sitemap. It's like, hey, if their software doesn't support it, then you don't get to use it. So there's several other ones out there that I've used, and Farm God is super customizable, and they want to work with me for Volkminer and AlphaPex. So I'm like, hell yeah. I just want even the ability to have that watchdog mechanic. Like, I always call it watchdog. It's an automation feature out there. It's a trigger, but I call it watchdog from the HiveOS days of saying, okay, if the hash rate on this miner drops below X, reboot it. Like my Volk miners, every few weeks I got to reboot one of each of my Volk miners. I love to just have that entirely automated, which would be great. Why not build your own? Because no one has time for that, dude. Seriously, you have more time. I do not have the time to build your own fleet management software. And someone else is always going to do it better. So you might as well just partner with them, you know? Brains supports WhatsMiner, not the firmware. I'm just talking about the fleet management. L3++, I think no, Brains didn't. Brains does not work with script. Yeah, it was just Hive. Yep. Just Hive. So anyways, they're going to be sending me that, which will be cool. The Kwai team was there. I wish they would have had some miners there. I think that would have made sense. Like back behind them there, I would have loved to have seen them had miners and some miners running, whether they were solo miners or small home miners. Maybe even this would have been a great opportunity for them to show full-size ASIC miners. And with full-size ASIC miners, you know, if they had Bitcoin miners here and they had script miners like L9s here behind them in some capacity running, I think that would have been really appealing to a lot of the big Bitcoin miners there. And like their banner, like I know they're touting Kwai, like you want to focus on Kwai, but their banner should have been something like earn more with your Bitcoin miner or something like that. You know what I mean? Because Kwai is more profitable, and you could do Bitcoin Cash with your Bitcoin miners, your script miners. You know, you could mine on their algorithms as well. So like, I wish Kwai would have taken that approach instead of the approach of like, check us out, we're Kwai. I wish that the Kwai team would have been, hey, earn more with your miners with the Kwai network, because I feel like there were so many massive Bitcoin mining farms there and such that would have been so much more interested in stopping by their booth and learning more about them. Does that make sense? But it was good to see the Kwai team there, which was cool. Tangem was there. It was cool to see Tangem. Tangem was there. Chatted with them for a while. You should buy Espenshade Island and turn it into a data center. Then you'd have miners on an island. Oh, this guy thinks he's so funny. That's right. I'll check. So these little AI based robots had sensors all over them, and they were just driving around, and you could scan for free Bitcoin, which was a really cool concept. You could scan that QR code. They were just driving around. This guy had a jacket on, advertising. That was kind of cool, which was fun. That was actually part of it. Oh, here we go. There were trading cards. So I didn't even really know this was a big thing, but there are Bitcoin trading cards that are like apparently a big deal, that you can like get appraised with like PSA and all this types of stuff. So they had Bitcoin trading cards there. That was one of the things that they did have at the event. This was more part of the art area that they had. This is just another shot of the proto. Dude, the proto setup was so cool. It just looked like your at-home garage setup with their miners on them. You could tell like they know their audience so well at proto. I like Quai. I'll get back to mining Quai when the price goes up. I'm mining directly to PowerPool, and PowerPools has profit switching in place between Quai and like script traditional merge mining. So it'll swap back and forth based off of which one's more profitable. We got trading cards at Mine Disrupt. I got 6-pack and have not opened them. Oh, nice. Maybe someday they'll be worth something. 76. That was just the other day. And where are we at right now? 81,200. I love it. I love it. Love it. So I did visit the Bitmain booth while we were at Bitcoin Vegas. Super disappointing. Not going to lie to you. So like they had the Z15 Pro. I get it. They're like kind of pushing and touting the latest and greatest on there. But like they had the Z15 Pro, they had an E11. E11, there's like no interest in the E11. I really don't know why like they had that there. But they had the Z15 Pro. Okay, like I get it. It's super profitable right now. We should have that. But the challenge is everything else was hydro. They didn't even have the S23. And I even asked them like, guys, why don't you have the S23 here? Like you announced it like a while back, last BTC event, and you don't even have your air-cooled S23. Oh, we're really just trying to push hydro, and they were like, they're not in production yet or something like that, they said, for the S23s. And I was like, unbelievable. But the S23 hydro they had there, now granted, the S23 hydro was totally badass. I mean, 580 terahash at 5510, that's insane. 9.5 joules a terahash, which is just nuts to think about of like the efficiency there. But I really would have loved to see the fact of like, I wanted to see their S23. I wanted to see their L11 or their L11 Pro, whatever they want to call it. They didn't have any of those there. It was just like, this was the event to have your S23 at, and I didn't get a chance to see it, which was painful, you know, absolutely painful. So that was a bummer, absolute bummer to see that like they just didn't like, dude, why was your salad container on top of your miners at your booth? You guys see that? Here's the S21 XP. Okay. Here's the S23 Hydro. Okay. But like, dude, why is your salad on top of your miner? Like, where's your marketing person to like scold these people? To be like, like, come on. Yeah, Tech Man. I mean, you're probably not wrong. You're probably not wrong in that regard. So I get it. Guys, we'll be live for about 10 more minutes. The guy there is like hands folded because I'm literally talking outright in my video of like, didn't get the S23, didn't see the L11, you know. Those are hydro miners, not immersion miners. This was really cool to see. This was the Skull Satoshi. They have this at all the events. This was totally badass to see, which was great to see that at the event. Those on TikTok and Instagram, I'm sorry this is probably so boring to you because you're not seeing anything. You can't really show your screen or anything like that on those platforms to make this much easier. They did have this lucky box, which had like, it was kind of like gambling a little bit. Like you don't know what you're going to get. You put in your money. You don't know what you're going to get. They did use these lucky boxes for like sports cards, Pokemon cards, and then of course the Bitcoin cards as well. Some people are like huge on top of that. I did get a chance to visit the Bitcoin merch booth, which was cool, and they had a ton of stuff over there. What's the best approach for wallets with shitcoins without having to DL a blockchain? Oh yeah, so you can't get away from that. So the challenge is it sounds like you're newer to crypto mining in the last year. and you've been spoiled by like newer wallets like Tangem or Treasure or LEPAL or whatever, the challenge is most small cap newer coins, or as you're calling them, shit coins or altcoins, not a lot of those newer ones, you actually have to download the wallet and you actually have to sync the wallet. A lot of these companies, these projects, should I say, don't jump on these major wallets right away. It usually costs them money. So I actually have a computer in here that I've been going through, and I was in about 80 different crypto positions, 60 to 80 crypto positions, and I've been it's a beefy computer, has like a 3090 in it, 2 terabyte NVMe, 64 gigabytes of memory, and it's on my 2.5 by 2.5 network that I have internally here. And I've been downloading these old wallets, syncing them, and then selling them off, and it's taking me weeks or months to go through. It's gonna take you time, dude. Absolutely take you time, for sure. Bitmain voted against ETC Treasury hard fork recently. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. I hope the 23 series will be more reliable, dude. It can't get any worse than 21 series. I've replaced 4 power supplies on the 21s in the last month, and I've replaced multiple hash boards over the last year. The S21s are by far the worst. S21, S21 Pros, even the XPs, garbage. It's a shame, but they're garbage. I've already had to replace a power supply on my brand new XP, just a few months old. I've replaced hash boards repaired in Pros and in regular 21s. I've had power supply. They're just the S21 series is just garbage. Like, and it's unfortunate, but it's what we have. You know. There we go. Retro Mike's on it. More newer altcoins have one, and you don't need to download the blockchain. It lives on a server. Nice. There you go. Retro Mike's the man to ask. He was there too. It was a pleasure to see him again. I took a picture with him. You can check it out on Twitter if you guys want to see it. KE5, it's probably better anyways that you're mining and converting, because most of those coins probably aren't going to be worth more than what they are today. Aftermarket power supply, it's just still, you shouldn't have to, right? You shouldn't have to, K3. You shouldn't have to buy aftermarket power supplies to... I'm taking my power supplies and I'm going to be sending them off to repair. I found a company that will repair them for 80 bucks a power supply. So I'm going to be sending them off to them to get them repaired. I've worked with them before in a different capacity. So I want to get them repaired because like power supplies aren't cheap. And with Bitmain's constantly going bad, I need to have stock. I need to have stock of those power supplies. This is the new Mars lander from Bitcoin merch. It has like a massive screen on the front of it, which looks really cool. But who knows how it'll end up. I do have one coming at some point, so we'll test it out and see how it does. That being said, let's see here. What the Mountain King said. The S21 series is not good. They also need thermal paste applied. Yes, you're right. You're right. Yes. And every person I've talked to is like, you might as well just take it out of the box and replace the thermal paste with higher quality thermal paste, because it's yes. Very often, depending on the environment, so thermals need to be applied. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? The Mountain King, the Mining King, is absolutely right. Absolutely right. So Canaan, I was really hoping that we would see the new series of home miners from Canaan. Very disappointing that we didn't get to see them. The A16 is shipping next month, and so I was hoping we would see a whole bunch of new home miners based off of the A16 XP chip. Unfortunately, they're waiting till CES, which is wild to me. Like, they're releasing it at a technology. You got to think of it like, I guess, which avenue is better to go? Release them at a technology of conference expo or a Bitcoin conference? I feel like the Bitcoin conference, but there's more people that attend CES, so like it's kind of tough, right? But they didn't have. They're releasing those CES in January of their next series based off the A16 XP chips. So disappointing that I didn't get to see any of those there at all. Now they did bring out the second day. That's why you see me cut from this to another cut. Was to the second day they brought the S16 XP. And that's where we talked about this miner here. Now, I don't know if this is the same. There's an A16 and an A16 XP. I saw today, Red Panda Mining dropped a video. I know he was a little confused if his was the A16 and the A16 XP. I don't know what that ended up settling on. If you guys do know, please let me know. But multiple different hash modes, some really good efficiency out of those different hash modes. These do have the larger 140 millimeter fans on the front, which I love to see it. Easy to replace. You know, this is kind of that hybrid, right? It's between like Proto's easeability to swap things out, and then like your traditional Bitmain on like swapping out a fan, let's say. This is that like middle ground because it has a little 4-pin. It's like, I'm going to call it a mini 4-pin right here in the video that you guys can see. There's like a mini 4-pin that plugs in on the front. That's not bad. 4 screws, pull out, unplug, 4 new screws, plug in. That's pretty convenient versus having to take off the lid and everything like that. So Kanan's kind of right in between on the maintenance side of things, which is actually really nice. Oscar says he had the A16 non-XP. Okay, that's definitely good to know. Good to know for sure. The Mining King, what's miner can be fixed 99% of the time. Wow. And designed to be serviced, while Bitmains are designed to be thrown away. That is a great way to put it. Absolutely great way to put it. It very much reminds me of, didn't Apple have a lawsuit a little while back on like lack of repairability? And it came out and they paid it of like, we aren't looking to have our units repaired. We're looking to have them replaced. And they just paid like, they weren't like, we're going to change. We're just going to continue paying and dealing with it. Because we make more money off of selling more iPhones than making them serviceable, which is such a shame. But they're in it to make money. At the end of the day, they're in it to make money. They're not in it to make an amazing piece. Yeah, I'm very curious. Did anyone see on Panda's sticker, the model, did it say Avalon Miner 16 XP, or did it say something different? I watched his video, or I listened in on his video, briefly watched it. I was running some errands today. So I wasn't too sure. But yeah, I'm excited for this miner. Unfortunately, a lot of these companies, like the A16, is coming to market late. While it will be a good buy, the hard part is like Bitmain's just one step ahead, meaning like the S21 XP is 270. And with good aftermarket firmware, like Vanish or Brains or Lux, you can get the same watts, if not better, at the same hash rate, if not better. So that does make it challenging with Kanan to be like, hey, we're coming at 300. And it's like, my S21 XP is at 300 with Brains on it. And it's doing less watts. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just, S19J Pros are battle tanks. Dude, I still have one in my garage that works perfectly fine. I'm not running it, but like, still runs perfectly fine. Have had 0 issues with it. Yeah, it's a S19J. Oh, I saw a retro mic. Did you see him? Ready? I'm gonna show you. There's a wild retro mic right here. He's sitting down. I saw him just briefly. Ready? Right here, right to the right of the woman in the pink dress skirt looking thing, right in between the two people. There is a wild retro mic caught in the wild. Oh, there he is, right there. He's right there. You see him? Gray shirt. Look at those muscles right there. Easily repaired in service and probably the last good quality miner made by Bitmain. Yeah, you could be right. You could be right. 100%. Yep. Right to repair laws. I think they lost that and had to give into repairability. I think they lost it and they're just paying it. I don't think they had to give into repairability at all. I think they're just paying that outright. Yeah, it's wild. Stop doxing me. Dude, doxing you? What do you mean? You're a YouTube celebrity, man. Have you ever showed your face on YouTube? So this was advertisement. Sorry, we're in incognito mode. We'll have to wait here, and we're actually gonna wrap it up here. So I'm gonna wait for this to finish. So, anyways, this is the Ice River prototype. This is not meant to be sold. It is not meant to this is literally a proof of concept of like, hey, we have a Bitcoin chip and it does exist. Now they even told me it has not been optimized. And I actually have a video coming out on Friday running this prototype and then actually taking it apart and looking at the chip and everything. So we're going to end things here for today's live stream, 2 o'clock. Time to wrap things up. There'll be a full video on this unit on Friday. We're going to run it, see what the hash rate is, see what the watts are. Now, not optimized. It's in a, we'll call it a display chassis. So it's not the actual true watts per hash or anything like that, or watts, hash per watts or anything like that. But it'll be fun to kind of take a closer look at it for sure. So yeah, anyways, guys, this was fun. Thanks for coming to hang out with me. Always enjoy these live streams, which will be good. We'll be live again on Thursday. Love to see you guys come hang out with me on Thursday. A lot of fun. Thank you guys for chatting through things. It was a good time. Vegas was absolute blast. I would highly recommend it. If you're looking to go to Vegas and you just want to attend and see it, you could probably do BTC Vegas next year. It's in Nashville next year, so it should be cheaper. You should be able to do it in one day. Now, that does mean, like, I would say you could do it in one day without watching any of the speakers. You could do it in one day without like attending any of the happy hours or the dinners or anything if you wanted to. But if you want to do all that, of course, several days. Yeah, just something to keep in mind for sure if you guys were looking to go to BTC Vegas. My next event will be in July. I will be at Mining Disrupt. So if anybody's thinking about going to that, that is in Miami this year, it will not look to the same caliber as what this was. This was so much bigger, BTC Vegas. Much bigger, much more going on, a lot more hardware, a lot more companies, speakers, all that fun stuff. So anyways, guys, that's going to wrap things up for today. I will see you guys on Thursday. Keep an eye out for tomorrow's video. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. It is an interview with someone that hit a Bitcoin block. All right, guys, I'll see you guys on Thursday. Take care. I'm out. I've teamed up with the Mining Disrupt crew to help spread the word about one of the biggest crypto mining events of the year. Mining Disrupt 2026 in Miami, Florida on July 21st through July 23rd. Beginners, home crypto miners, mid-size farm operators, full-scale operators, everyone comes together under one roof in Miami. Expect major hardware launches, industry-leading speakers, creator meetups, and amazing after parties every single night. Tickets are on sale right now and use the code HOBBYISTMINER for 20% off. Link in the video description or scan this QR code. See you in Miami in July.